The design in Indaba is absolutely critical. It's critical in a number of ways, but specifically, as far as South Africa is concerned, it's critical in exposing designers and advertising people, and in fact people in media in general, to what's happening in the world. It's allowing South Africans to have debates about their own visual communication issues, and it's important for international designers to be exposed to what's happening here.
For me also it's a great learning, because coming here to see how other people are working, even people from the UK, you know, seeing their presentation, and it's great to see it in the person.
Having those people together in one place it has a special dynamic, and that dynamic is with the audience. The audience partly makes the event too.
I think design's become a lot more prevalent because actual products themselves have all become so good.
Anywhere where you can have and stimulate a debate, it's fascinating. I think it's a great thing for a sort of design community to come and see that really people like myself and Neville and are just idiots like themselves.
I'm always intrigued about hoping to meet somebody new that I build a relationship with and hopefully get some inspiring ideas from.
My goal for the Design in Indaba is to share as much knowledge as possible with what's not a third world nation but not quite a first world nation.
I just love what I'm doing and that inspires me.
It's significant for everybody to meet in this location that's, you know, really hours and hours away from where they're from, and be able to talk to an audience in person.
Being with my contemporaries, new issues, seeing what they're doing, seeing how they're thinking, and also meeting other people.
Very fond memories of people, of the place, and all the work that I saw here.
I think probably by looking at those international designers, you realize that you don't need them. You should do with your own strength.
We got involved because we believe in the city. We think that the more creative people that come here, the better we are as an industry.
Nice opportunity to do some great corporate identity work, which is obviously going to be exposed to the rest of my industry.
The role of design is an incredibly successful tool in building a business that is differentiated from similar businesses.
For us, it was a chance to expose our product to an icon level person, a true design, people who are true to the design field.
Design is absolutely critical.
To be revolutionary, it has to be an agitator.
Powerful tool that can be used for good or evil.
It was quite an interesting part for me because I saw those kind of so-called gurus speak about things that worried me, you know, and it kind of joined the dots for me.
I've been to a lot of conferences and I was more stimulated at the last one than I've been in a lot of conferences.
Hugely inspirational. It's improving every year. I really found it very interesting and very stimulating this year.
It's about risk-taking, going on journeys where you don't know where the end is sometimes.
Art has always been used in propaganda. I hate any sort of discrimination, and if I can use my work to counter that, I will.
Hugo is like a pop star, and he's a guy who does it in the evenings. And I think it's fascinating how sort of people making great stuff, how quickly, how viral that can become.
I think it's nice to see what the young people are doing, which is actually not part of my school, but hell of a refreshing to see what they're doing interactively. And I think the young designers in our agency certainly got a lot out of seeing that work.
It's very important to have an opportunity like this because I can present what I think and what I've been doing, and then you can get the reaction straight from the audience.
I enjoyed the stimulation that I was getting from listening to what other designers are about, what their ideas, their beliefs, just their thinking on past projects.
We decided to get involved because the Design in Indaba offered us an opportunity to get to a very unique set of people, very creative people.
The social activities, bumping into old friends, it's a total experience, a bit like a brand, it's a total experience. And I think that's where Design in Indaba is so strong.
I live and work in London, and I do work in other countries. And I'm not employed because I'm an English designer. I'm employed because I think about things in a certain way. SAPI is committed to
supporting global and local design initiatives, and so the Design Indaba is an ideal forum for us.
We're heavily involved with the advertising industry, and obviously we want to help out as far as the Design Indaba is concerned.
The people who sit in the audience are really the people who are going to be dealing with us in the future. We don't get involved in design, we don't get involved in concept and that sort of thing, strategy, but we will work with those people in getting those ideas out into the market.
I saw one guy now, and then he said, one of your images came out that I've been going on and on about, and when it came out, he said, I finally meet the person. So that is always quite important, I think, because everyone thinks it's about drawing. It's more about understanding, thinking, and doing work and stuff.
When I see an absolute difference in the quality of work coming out of the other people that we sent from the agency, then I sort of say this is a really, really worthwhile experience.
We had a picnic on Camps Bay Beach, and hanging with Tom Roop and Neville Brody on Camps Bay was just absolutely exceptional for me.
We're a very London-based company though, and we're very true to our roots, and I think that's what has allowed us to become quite international. So I think if you strive to be global, you become boring and banal.
What we are having access to is the very best, and so when you leave your ideas on design, you feel they are quite current, and you know, for the year afterwards, you really do feel like you can plug into the hot buttons of good design.
It's important for everybody to look at all the potential of every design discipline.
I think it's a great event for feeding back thoughts and ideas and philosophies around design between local designers and also from obviously the speakers.
It is also a hotel that links very, very closely with the calibre of the event and the calibre of person that was staying there. So for us we benefited hugely out of it.
The opportunity to play part in bringing together the very same talent that ultimately becomes responsible for shaping brand perceptions out in the marketplace was too good an opportunity for us to pass up.
Awards aren't that critical to designers, but what's quite important here is that in web design in South Africa, many South African companies achieved really a very high worldwide standard.
Using the likes of Neville Brody, Thomas Muller and Tom Roop to judge the awards was something we just couldn't refuse, and it was a first for South Africa.
SI was involved because we value brands and we value our brand, and we want to constantly look for new ideas in terms of wanting to take South African Airways to the next level.
We shouldn't design for profit, we should design for design. We should design for society. We should design for a better society, not for a richer society.